You know that feeling when something keeps bothering you day after day? Well, that's exactly what's been going on in the studio for the past few weeks. I recently finished an artwork and I haven't been able to decide which way is up. This place inspired me to finish that painting in the first place, and I came back for answers. Spending time in nature recharges my batteries, but to be honest, it's been really difficult to find that peace here lately. Summer feels so loud, and I'm starting to suffer from this constant sensory overload once again. But I'm trying to focus on little things so I don't fall apart. I still have these big dreams, or maybe small ones for some. I want to move somewhere closer to nature, have my own garden, and a small wooden house, maybe somewhere in the countryside. And I've been having this same dream for as long as I can remember. And now when that dream is getting slightly closer, I feel like I need to work even harder to achieve that. But everything comes with a cost. And so does working long hours, week after week, and even my love for this river. My heart breaks a bit every time I find trash here, and I am getting really tired. In a way, I hope I could follow this river and settle into a more peaceful part of it one day, to shelter that area for the rest of my life. But right now I'm stuck with my current apartment and it feels quite heavy. I've started wearing earplugs every day because of all the noise. And now the riverside has become as loud as well. I want to be honest with myself and with you. Right now things feel quite heavy. The constant sensory overload and the feeling of being stuck are draining my energy. But even though the mood is a bit grey at the moment, it doesn't mean everything is bad. I'm really enjoying these moments on the balcony, enjoying my coffee and ice cream. I love watching my summer flowers grow, listening to birds and drip drops of the occasional rain. I have so many things to be grateful for. I use my living room to build a deeper connection with my work. I regularly switch the paintings on the walls, and I usually bring my newest piece here to live with it for a while and see what it has to say. This fellow tells me two totally different stories, and I wasn't sure which one resonated with me the most. So I kept rotating it a bit more, in a hope it would reveal its secrets. I have to admit my current way of adding the wiring to these large paintings is so crude that I rather not film that part in detail. But for now it is something that holds incredibly well and it is safe for the painting. Only after hanging the painting, I noticed a problem. The window opposite creates such a glare on the dark surface. Sitting on the couch, I realized I couldn't even see the work I was trying to understand. The sky was getting darker and I could already smell the rain. I always keep windows open during the summer because it brings the sounds of nature into my studio, and I quite like that. I listed a few ideas for future sketches, and for a while I played with an idea for applying to a working grant. But it takes so much energy to write those applications, and to be honest, I haven't had any luck with them so far. So instead I enjoyed this little rain shower and picked up my wonky scrap paper sketchbook. I wasn't really fond of this sketch, but you don't always have to love something to be able to play with it. I have saved all of the abandoned pieces from my collage artworks, and I love combining them with these wonky sketches. Sometimes the end result is okay at its best, but sometimes unexpected combinations makes me so excited. You never really know what you are going to get unless you try it out. Today everything turned into a mess, and I ended up hating the whole sketch. So it was a perfect time to cover everything I didn't like with something else. When it's upside down, it kind of looks like a crocodile. What do you think? Some of my plants have been neglected lately and it kind of shows. But it looks like nature is going to get plenty of water today. Outside, the rain is doing what I have been trying to do all day. It's clearing the air and softening the noise of the world. Sometimes you have to admit that answers can't be forced. Not at the riverbank, not on the pages of a sketchbook, and not in grant applications. There are days when the greatest achievement is simply daring to stop and breathe. Daring to be unfinished in the middle of all this greenery and bright light. I thought this would be a great place to stop this vlog, but to be honest, that painting still bothers me. I am not sure if the horizontal direction is the way to go or if I should still turn it around, and I am even considering something I never do, which is add the wiring on both sides. Errol is also eating his vegetables. Sometimes still moments and walks by the river are exactly what I need. Not solutions, but space to breathe. Because only then, when you stop searching so hard, your eyes begin to see in a new way. I realized that my first intuition had been right all along. The painting was meant to be exactly the way I first thought. But in the middle of all of this noise and overwhelm, I lost a connection to myself, and with it, the trust in what I see and feel. This day, dotted with rain showers, did something important. It restored that connection, just when I needed it the most. Sometimes you need the rain and stillness to be able to hear your own voice again.